I think you have enough evidence right now that no matter what happens, you'll always bounce back. Even the relationship you thought you wouldn't recover from, you've forgotten about it right now. You failed the test like a few weeks ago, and now you've recovered from that. You bounce back from that, right? You have enough evidence right now. And for people who only fail now, let's be honest, this is not the first time you failed. And by failing, I'm not talking about school. I'm talking about everything, even promises you make to yourself that you don't fulfill, right? You have to bounce back, and you're gonna bounce back, and you're gonna feel good about it. And you have to understand that failing is a part of life. Failing is a part of life. People let failure, or let me put it in a way of losing, as the end of the world. Like, okay, I failed the math test, my life is over, oh, I'm gonna die, oh, this, that. Nah, it's not the end of the world, and you know it's not. And at that time, it may suck, it may hurt, it may feel like everything you worked for was for nothing. All the work you put in was for nothing. But to be honest, you can always bounce back. And that's where the real challenge starts. You bouncing back. How you gonna bounce back? Because if you fail, you're gonna have two choices, actually. Two choices. You either get up or you don't. And if you don't, whatever that happened is gonna eat you every day and every night. All day and night. So you gotta think, you gotta do, you gotta think, you gotta do. Don't just think it over. Don't just think, okay, I failed the math test, and let depression get the best of you to a point whereby all you're thinking about is how you failed, but you're not thinking about how you're gonna make it back. Because you failed a math test. So eventually you're gonna have to write another one. But you being in depression, being depressed, you wouldn't even notice the time you're wasting being depressed. You're gonna be depressed, you're gonna fall into your substances, you're gonna go back to your old habits. Because if you lose, that's how things really are, right? If you lose, if you fail, if things don't go your way, right? I know that very, like, I relate to that very, because every time I've been, like, actually all the time that I was in school, right? And I would write a test and I would not get the marks that I wanted, I would be depressed about it. I would be depressed, and I would spend a lot of time being depressed rather than bouncing back, rather than trying to see what I did wrong, where I went wrong. And before I know it, it's time for another test. Guess what? Same shit happens. Boom, you fail again. Now you're getting depressed again. Going back to your old habits, right? Scrolling on TikTok, if you smoke, you go back. If you drink, you go back. Like, all your bad habits. You know your bad habits. You know what you do that you call your bad habits, right? So by now you know that you can bounce back from everything, and don't just let your emotions get the best of you, man. I feel like if you're depressed, that's when the real work starts. That's where the real test begins, right? It's a test to see if you are who you say you were, because before you failed, you were confident, you were speaking highly of yourself, you were someone that you knew it in your heart that you was gonna pass, and you didn't. But okay, let's take that confidence, like, let's put the confidence aside that you knew you were gonna pass, blah blah blah, and you couldn't pass, right? At the same time, you need the confidence, but you shouldn't lie to yourself. You shouldn't lie to yourself. You don't just fail by failing, or because you're stupid. Nah, I don't think anybody's stupid, man. And I'm saying this because I know I'm not a genius. I know I'm not, and I know I'm not a genius. Honestly, I know I'm not. And I'm not stupid either. It's a matter of, do I do what has to be done? It's as simple as that. Do I do what has to be done? Because all I have to do is study. All you have to do is study. That's all there is to it. Study, man. Study, dog. Just study. Just do the work. I know it's hard, but just do the work. Just do the work. Just do the work. I promise you. You're gonna see that you're not even at that level. What the hell? You're not even at the level that you put yourself to. Even the marks you see on your paper don't describe the type of person you are. Nah. Actually, they do. But what I'm saying is, if you put in like a lot of effort, you're going to see that you can actually become something with yourself. You can build a better life for yourself. So people think great marks, good marks, people think success comes easy, whereas everything happens with hard work. And yeah, I know how people are. People talk, man, a lot. Even now, I know in the comments or something, somebody will be like, why are you talking about success? You're not even successful right now. And I know, nigga, but it's only a matter of time, because I'm finna put in the work. I'm already putting in the work. I just gotta finish school. And yes, I listen to Tate, David Goggins, all that. And I know school, like the thing about how school, it's just school, it won't get you rich, blah, blah, blah. I know that. But I'm a man with integrity, and I made a promise to my moms that I finna get her my matric certificate, and I gotta get her the matric certificate. And it's not an excuse. I know some people don't care, and some would even say, why didn't you just drop out of school and get rich and just buy your mama house? That's how you keep your promise. But I take promises very, very highly. Like, I'm a man who respect my word. If I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do it. So right now, damn sinuses. But if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna do something. So I said I'm gonna get my mom a matric certificate. And the reason behind, I won't even get into details why I said that, but I feel like in a later stage in life, I am gonna make a video and talk, and you're gonna know why. But I said I'm gonna get her a matric certificate, and I am gonna get her one. That's the reason I'm still in school, and school is holding me back. And by holding me back, I'm not saying it's stopping me from doing what I have to do. Like, for example, doing these videos, going up on Forex, on Betway, trying to get my money up. Yeah, I am sacrificing sleep though. I am sacrificing sleep for this shit. And I'm going to school in a day. I take about 4 hours of studying, and I take about a 2-hour nap. I wake up 1 a.m., 12 a.m. I do videos. And I don't post a lot now. I know I don't post a lot. But the reason for that was my phone was actually broken. Take videos, right? But now I'm back. Yeah, I don't have subscribers, but people who are watching and people who managed to get to this, like to get this far in a video, there's gonna be more of me, because I am gonna make it. If it means putting 100%, I'm gonna put in 100%. I'm gonna put in 100%. So I feel that a lot of times I couldn't stay consistent. I lagged, but I will bounce back, and I am bouncing back. Right now, I am bouncing back, and you can bounce back from everything you do, from losing money, from losing that bitch, from everything that happened in your life that you didn't want to happen. You can bounce back from that. Just have faith in God and just put in the work. You just gotta work. That's all that there is to it. Work, work, work. And now, since we working, we all working, because I'm starting now, right? Like I'm saying, I want to make it big. I want to make it big. Matter of fact, I'm finna pin this fucking video, cause I'm gonna make it big. I know I'm gonna make it big. I'm not just saying this. I'm gonna make it big, right? I am gonna make it big. This is not. I'm not saying this in a sense to look cool, or I am gonna make it big. If you wanna pin this video, pin this video. If you wanna save it, I'm finna pin it myself, cause I am gonna make it big. I am gonna put in the work. Nigga, if it costs me my life, then so be it. I am gonna make it big, cause I fucked up a lot of times in my life. I need to do just this bad, making it. Man, yo, cause yo, but I am gonna make it big. That's the point. I fucked up a lot of times in my life, and I feel like the only way to fix everything is for me to make it. That's what I owe to myself. I've did things I shouldn't have done, and even today, some of them still haunt me. And I'm not talking about killing somebody, but I did stuff I didn't want to do for the sake of people, because I put people first. So now it's time I put myself first. And all this time in my life, I've put people first, and I've seen what it did to me, what it brought to me, and it only brought me pain, constant pain. But now I'm putting myself first, and you're gonna see. So what I'm saying is, by now, you know you can bounce back from everything. So just keep your head high and put in the work. You will bounce back. You will get the money back. You will recover from the relationship. You will, if you study hard, you will pass your next tests or your next exams. So you bounce back. In the end, everything is gonna be alright. And if it doesn't, then it's not the end. So don't trip about that, man. You will bounce back. When I was to you.